What is up, Scentsy fans? It's Patricia, and welcome to another week of Tester Tuesday. This is a spot where I get Scentsy reviews out to you based on your votes from the previous week. That way we get to talk about the scents that you guys want to hear about. So we are delving into the new stuff that is coming this fall and winter, and today we have 3 new release scents, so let's get started. Alright, let's talk about our first place scent for the week. It is Leaves and Lavender, and it's almost this taupe brown colored wax. The lighting is really bad this morning, I apologize. This one had 27% of your vote, and I would say it's just below medium or around medium on cold sniff, and Scentsy has put this as a new release in the spice section. So Scentsy says, soothing lavender and a hint of clove, wrapped up in fall leaves, invite you to relax. Now when I smelled this on cold sniff, I really couldn't decide if I liked it, didn't like it. I was intrigued by it. And once I warmed it, I kind of came up with what I thought about the scent. But I still need to warm more. So I did warm it in 2 spots, but let me tell you what I got. Overall, it reminded me of one of those boxes that people make, and they might take dried items and put them in the box, and they make like a decorative picture frame box out of it. That's kind of what this reminded me of. When I smelled it on cold, I didn't really smell leaves, but once I warmed it, I could kind of get that leaves that everybody else was talking about, but it reminded me of dry leaves. So imagine if you had a picture frame box and there's a depth to it, and then you put like a dry leaf as your base or in patches. I'm not an artist, so. And then they had a little bit of dried out lavender, and then there's some tiny bit of floral, dried out florals, but some dried out spices as well. So it's almost like a variation of a potpourri to me, with a leaves lavender base and a little bit of the depth of clove, more so than florals. So there was a scent I think called My Home that Scentsy had. It was like spices and florals, and sometimes I thought this is a weird combination. It's almost like that's the summer leading into fall version, and this is the fall version, because instead of the florals, they swapped it out with leaves and some dried lavender. So yeah, that's kind of what I get. So let's talk about the warming. So I warmed it in the kids' bathroom first because I was a little bit nervous of the strength. And at the 1 hour mark when I warmed it, it was about 7.5 out of 10. So not too bad. But I found like it wasn't consistently a strong thrower there. And I find that sometimes that bathroom is like that. I don't know why. So I did leave it going 2 days and then I removed it. And so as my second spot to warm it, I decided to warm it here in the bedroom, because at least I would be in here more and I'd get a better feel. So I would say it was about 7 to 8 at its max, and then it kind of started to dip down, but sometimes I would smell it well, sometimes I wouldn't smell it well. It was really all over the map, and I'm not sure if it's the scent, if it's me, or what it is. So the good news is scent appeal was fairly good for me. I did enjoy what I was smelling. It was a nice soothing scent. It was a little bit leaning bedroom to me, fall winter bedroom, which I find are sometimes hard to get. So I guess let's backtrack. If you're gonna warm this, I would say pick areas that are between small and medium in size. Like an office would be good, a bedroom, a bathroom, a small area that you can kind of get a feel. I don't think this is going to be like a boomer that you would put in your open layout at all. That's just my take on it. Now, I have a hunch that this will improve over time in terms of strength and maybe projection and continuity and consistency, but I'm not sure. I guess time will tell. So what I will do is I will pick up 1 bar, I will put it aside for maybe 3 months and give it another try. That's kind of my plan. Now, before I forget, let me talk to you about family rating for this one. You guys seem to like that, so I'm trying to remember to do it. My husband said 6 out of 10, Erica said 7, and Ryan said 8. And Ryan said, that smells good. So family liked it. I liked it, but I am unsure of its consistency. So I'm going to pick up another bar and give it a try. So that is Leaves and Lavender. All right, let's talk about scent number 2 for the week. It is Vanilla Amber. This one had 24% of the vote. It's this cream colored wax. And I would say it's medium on cold sniff, and Scentsy has put this as a new release bakery. So the scent description says, rich vanilla cream and golden amber infused with sweet rum are a piece of pastry perfection. So there is a sweet vanilla base, and then sometimes you do get almost like the spice complexity of a rum as maybe 10 to 20%. But I feel like this performed differently in 2 spots I warmed it. So I'm going to talk to you about how it warmed in Erica's room and how it warmed in the boys' room. So in Erica's room, I felt like it was a sweet vanilla with an innocent, bright perfume characteristic with it. It reminded me a lot of my Body Shop vanilla body spray, and I think, I could be wrong, but maybe there's some talk that it smells like vanilla romance or amber romance, sorry. And I don't know that smell at all, so I can't comment. So in the boys' room, it felt a little bit different. It smelled like a very sweet vanilla with, and I don't want this to come across negative because I actually kind of liked it. It almost smelled like a vanilla with like a Play-Doh complexity. And the complexity, it kind of smelled like Play-Doh, but it kind of smelled like something else. I was trying to figure out what does this smell like? And maybe there's something in Play-Doh that is in here, but not to say that it smells Play-Doh, because I don't want you to go and say, well, I'm not going to buy that because it smells like Play-Doh. But that's how my brain is interpreting it in that area. So I don't really know why. I don't really know why this is smelling one way in one room and another way in another room. And maybe Erica herself smells like a certain way, and that's making the scent smell like this. But anyway, I will tell you, let's talk about performance, because I'm all over the place with trying to describe this. In both spots, I would say it was at least a medium to a medium plus. So in Erica's room, I would say it was about 7 out of 10. In the boys, it felt like it was between 7 and 8. Now, Erica's room, I left it going. I took it out at the end of day 3 because it was pretty gentle by that stage. And in the boys' room, it's gone 2 full days. I could smell it when I put them to bed last night. It's early in the morning. I haven't gone in to check on their room yet. But I can always write in the comments, if it was dead or if it was still going, etc. Now, I did change the warmers in the boys' room to the NFL warmers. They're great warmers. I really like those. So I was pleased with the performance. I think if you struggle smelling vanillas, you're probably going to be able to smell this. It's just like, how is it going to smell to you? Because it smelled different to me. But let's just compare the vanillas. Vanilla bean buttercream is very bakery. So you're at a restaurant, they bring you the cake with the vanilla frosting, and you're smelling that. You're right up in there smelling it. And then vanilla amber is somewhat of a different vanilla pastry dessert, probably with a little bit of a vanilla cream sauce. And you're getting a tiniest bit, the pastry chef brings it out to you and she's holding the plate, and you're getting a tiny bit of her with the vanilla dessert. That's kind of what vanilla amber reminds me of. And then very vanilla reminds me of, you've already eaten the dessert and all you're left with is the lady at the table with you that smells like a beautiful, romantic, sultry vanilla perfume. It's a little bit more sultry, but it's gentle. So that's kind of how the vanillas compare to me. Now, where would I warm this? I would think you could probably warm it any area of your home. It might stand to an open concept. It might not. How tall are your ceilings? If they're really tall, I would skip this. If they're normal size, I would give this a try, especially if you love vanilla. I think any time of year would be fine for this. I don't think it screams fall, winter to me. I think what's going to happen is this and Very Vanilla are going to battle it out for the other vanilla spot next to Vanilla Bean Buttercream year round, but we'll see. All right, let's talk about family rating. So Vanilla Amber got 7 out of 10. My poor daughter gave it 2 out of 10, which is when I found out she didn't like it, so I felt bad and took it out of her room. And Ryan smelled this 6 times and didn't really say anything, and then he said, 9.5 out of 10. So that's what made me put it in his room. So I think I'm enjoying Vanilla Amber. I think that vanillas tend to need more cure time, and I think this one is pretty good right out of the gate, so it'll be interesting to see what cure time does to it. Will I be repurchasing this one? Yes. Is it my favorite vanilla? Probably not. I don't know if I have a favorite. There's a few contenders, but I did really like this one. It's Vanilla Amber. All right, let's talk about our third place scent for the week. It is Hayrides. I don't have any leftover wax, but it was almost this mustardy colored yellow, and this one had 19% of the vote. I would say on cold sniff it's a medium plus intensity, and Scentsy has put this in the fresh category. The scent description says, climb aboard with fresh hay and cedarwood and take a ride through crisp apple orchards in this ode to a joyful autumn tradition. Now, I've mentioned in my cold sniff video that I've never actually stuck my face in hay to smell, but I kind of know the general smell of hay. I do enjoy cedarwood and I do enjoy apple. Now, on Cold Sniff, this was probably my least favorite scent out of all the 10 new releases, because what I find is there's these high-pitched tone that I get on Cold Sniff. I also get it in Autumn Blaze Maple, and I also get it in, I think it's called Pumpkin Apple Muffins from Sensational. And it almost reads like a body care amber, but not body care, almost like a bright amber high-pitched tone. I'm not sure. The good news is that kind of goes away on warm in all of the scents for me. I don't know why I get that. So there's something weird going on with my nose with this one. But yes, it does smell like a little bit of hay, cedarwood, and apple all rolled into one. It is a traditional fall outdoorsy scent. I think it's in the proper category. It is definitely fresh. And when I put it in the warmers, I got a really good feel for the scent, and it threw very well for me. So let's talk about performance. I would say this is an open concept worthy scent because it did just fine here, but it depends on how big your area is. So in my area here, it was between 8 and 9 out of 10 at its max, and I left it in 2 days. Now the second day it was probably more like a 5 to 6 out of 10 at the start, and then I just let it wear down. And when I got off the elevator one day, I could smell a little bit of this scent, so it was kind of nice in that respect. In the kids' bathroom was the other spot I warmed it because I only had 2 cubes left. And it didn't seem to do as well in there, and I think I should call that the black hole bathroom. Every house has a black hole something. And for me, it's the kids' bathroom. It's hard to get a good consistent throw in there, but I would say it was about 7 out of 10, and I left it going a couple of days. Now, I think if you're someone that likes Golden Garland, you're really going to like this because it's very similar. And now when I smelled Golden Garland, and I don't have a bar, so I can't smell the undercarriage compared to this. This one might be a little bit more of that tone, but I can't really tell. They're very, very similar. Also, if you like Autumn Road Trip, you're probably going to like Hayrides. So it's a variation, but I'd say closer to Golden Garland. Somebody in my comments mentioned it was almost like they repackaged Golden Garland. And I'm thinking maybe they did rename this because Golden Garland compared to Hayrides, what's more catchy? What can you imagine better? I would say Hayrides. I think this is definitely a fall scent, probably fall only. And I think you could probably warm this in a big area, like your open area, or an entranceway would be really nice. Let's talk about family ratings. My husband had a little bit of a strange comment. I'm not going to read it because there was some swearing, but he gave it 6.5 out of 10. I don't think he loved this one from his comment. Erica gave it a 6 out of 10, and Ryan gave it a 7 out of 10. Now, in terms of my rating, I would probably give it on warm an 8 out of 10, but on cold like a 4 out of 10. Am I going to reach for this scent very often? I would say probably not, but when I warm it, I enjoy it. So it's one of those weird scents for me. I enjoy it, but I'm probably not going to reach for it very often. But if I had one to warm, I'd be like, oh, that's really nice. So will I be repurchasing this? I probably will, and I'll put it aside for next year. And I'll enjoy it once, and then I'll move on. So I did enjoy it. It was so much better on warm than cold for me. That is Hayrides. All right, let's move to the portion of the video where I'm going to present to you 6 scents and you guys are going to vote. Please pick 2 different scents by early Wednesday morning, put them down in the YouTube comments section, or find my Instagram post. It's Patricia Gates. Put your 2 votes there. So I have 6 bars here, and we will recycle in some of the ones that have not made it into the vote, but these ones have not had a kick at the can yet. Some of them are new releases and some of them are LTO scents. So I'm just going to pull and go. So scent number 1 is Pistachio Woods. Scent number 2 is Gingerbread Pecan Waffles. Scent number 3 is Balsam Spice. Scent number 4 is Cherry Chestnut. And those are all new releases for the fall winter, and the next 2 are LTOs. Scent number 5 is upcoming scent of the month for September, and I haven't even cold sniffed this yet. It's Spooky But Sweet, so I'll put out a video here in the next couple of days. And scent number 6 from The Lord of the Rings is Shire Sunrise. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to vote.